Welcome to the Queendom, the entertaining ramblings of a single millennial female trying to figure out adulting. We talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between. What's up? What's poppin'? It's your girl, Irene, the Passion Queen, and we back with another one. So I'm like always, I'm gonna go ahead and let the Queen's Court introduce themselves, and then we're gonna get straight into this thing. So for our guests tonight, go ahead and let them know who you are.
Hey everybody, I am King Midas.
King Midas. You better make sure you put the king in front of that shit too.
Per. Uh, hey, this is Nate Boogie with the hoodie.
And
What it
just
do?
and just in case y'all didn't know, the transition queen is back in effect. I just saw the video. I was like,
Thank you.
come on with the transitions. Let's go. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all should be following A Boogie with the hoodie on TikTok, please. All right.
Per.
So I have a question. And this question has come about because of some realizations I've had about myself. I'm working on being a little bit more open in life in general. Cause she a whole G out here in these streets, so don't fucking play with me, you know what I mean? But I'm interested to see if other people view this particular thing
I'm
similarly.
scared.
Don't be
I'm
scared.
scared.
So I recently realized that for me, it is way easier to talk about sex than it is to talk about emotions. My emotions in particular. I can talk about other people's emotions. I'm totally cool with, helping somebody else walk through their emotions, being supportive for their emotion. But baby, the moment you try to turn that shit around on me, hey, you're doing too much. You got too much dip on your chip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we not? I'm very much that part. Like, oh Jesus. So my question is, do you all find it easier to focus on like sex and talk about sex with someone, whether it's a new partner, friends, just in, well, more specifically, I say actually more specifically with a new partner, like somebody who's showing interest in you. Do you find it easier to talk about sex than anything like emotion and feelings wise?
Unfortunately, yes.
Um,
Because sex is easier to understand than my feelings.
That's a good way to put it.
I'm the complete opposite. Uh, it's a lot easier for me to talk about like my emotions and shit like that. But talking about sex, like I hate that shit with all my passion.
Really?
Yes, when I say it make me feel so uncomfortable, and I know that like given the nature of a certain application I'm on. That might be, that might be a little shocking, but like, I'm a person that like I can display it, I can send it, but like when it actually comes to like talking about sex, it make me feel so uncomfortable now, and I think that like I would only engage in the conversations because everybody else is talking about it, and I don't want to be. You don't want to be the bitch that, okay, guys, let's talk about something else. Then everybody, you in a secret group chat, they talking about you and shit. So I didn't want to be that person. So,
Gotcha.
I will engage in it. But like honestly, I would much rather talk about like let's talk about our feelings. Let's talk about the 42 mood swings I had today. Let's talk about like this feeling of like damn life is coming, 30 is coming, what is life? Like let's talk. And if you need to cry, we can
Irene, don't
cry.
do it. Don't do it,
Let's
Irene.
go.
Don't do it. Leave him alone.
Uh-uh.
Sorry.
There's
What
a
the
10-year
hell?
difference between the two of y'all.
No,
I want you to remember that.
you're 27.
Yeah.
We go through this every time. Every single
I
time.
was gonna say we literally did go through this already, so it's crazy how you putting me through this again. But it's
Sorry,
fine.
I'm sorry. I
You
don't
know,
remember the 27 part. I
it's
remember
fine.
the younger. I don't remember. It's fine. It's fine.
We
Anyway,
literally always had this conversation. Then she'll go, wait, so the 95 in your name is the year? And you'll go, yes.
you know
There
what?
we go.
You right. And I think I'd be mentally blocking it out because it'd be traumatizing. Because I'd be like, how did I become the person who was the oldest in the group when I grew up as always the younger person? So
Always
it'd be a
being the
little
youngest
traumatizing.
one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
used to always being the youngest person. So this past year has been a very big transition with this situation for me. So it'd be a little traumatizing sometimes. But no. But so
But I understand that though. In the same token, I I get that. I get that. I get what he's saying. It's just for some reason dealing with the male species in some senses it's just easier to talk about sex with them. But it's interesting when it was with the new partner with the woman, I could talk about my feelings because I felt like they would be understood if I talked to it about it to a woman. But to a man, we're gonna talk about sex because I know that's something you'll understand and I don't have to explain myself twice.
well, okay, so I've never been in a relationship with a woman, but even, thinking about talking about, different things in my friend group, I still find it hard to just flat
Mhm.
out open up about my feelings, and they will attest to this. Cause baby, Irene was sitting there like, I don't know what y'all want from me right now. Like
Like
dead
I
ass.
want you to be true. And you see the funny thing about it is the funny thing about it is even though she's not when we talk about astrology and we bring it back to her, I'm like, you're around so many Aries because they say if you're around a certain sign, it's supposed to bring out a certain quality. She's around a lot of Aries, and they say when that happens, you got to be honest about yourself. And we'll sit there and be like, Irene, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm not going to leave you on what's wrong with you. Nothing. What is wrong with you?
And I
You're
be
going
listen,
to tell us
I
because
I
you can't lie to us. You'll be sitting there still.
and
And it's
listen,
like, Irene, you ain't got no little two piece to say nothing. You ain't got nothing to say to what was just said. What's wrong with you? Like, you gotta be honest with yourself, honey. Like, it's okay.
and sometimes it's not here's the thing. Sometimes it's not necessary. Okay. I am so used. And I okay, so we was here we go. Right. Like literally have a physical reaction to trying to talk about this shit. I am so used because, especially in past relationships and even some friendships, right? Having to handle my shit by myself. I've always been the friend that people came to, leaned on, like even strangers. So I've been a pure romance consultant for 13 years. I have had women who met me that night, literally spilled their entire life out to me, right? So you're talking about somebody who majority of their life has always been a person where people came to you. I've been the sounding board because I'm not a judgmental person. I'm very unbiased about shit, regardless of how I feel about stuff. I try to always have an open mind about things and look at, everything from other people's perspective. Because my perspective doesn't necessarily mean it's the right perspective, and it doesn't mean that it's going to make sense to you or be what's right for you, right? So, and I get that I provide a safe space for people and they feel extremely comfortable talking to me. All fine and dandy. And I don't regret it by any means necessary. But because of that, like I said, I am typically the person I handle all my shit by myself behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? So even with our friend group, like just being like, going through a moment and having to process it, and then having people basically be like, no, you finna talk about this. You're not finna sit there and process it in your head. You're not finna have a little hamster wheel going in your head by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because a bitch is an overthinker and I will beat a dead horse in my brain. I really, really will. Um, so it has been an interesting transition, like for real. And it was actually in one of these moments that I kind of thought about it because oh, I'm about to tell some of my business, Jesus. So there are, a few people who may be interested in me, right? And sometimes when you have multiple people who are interested in you, you may sit down, take a minute, and take stock of the people, right? What is it? What, like, what does this person even possess any of the qualities that I deem necessary to move forward in a relationship with? You know what I mean? And in taking stock in some of these, conversations that I've had with some of these gentlemen, it was like it wasn't a whole lot of conversations of substance, at least not on my part. Sometimes, they would be very open guys and they would explain stuff and they would talk about some things. One in particular has been extremely open and transparent with me. And for the most part, if there was anyone that I could say I've probably been the most transparent with and shared any feelings or emotions, is that particular person. Um, Everybody else is very much like, baby, you get all this surface level shit right now. Cause you haven't earned my trust for me to, you know, open the floodgates of shit.
Which makes me think of this question. Midas, have you ever been that comfortable around somebody to talk about the surface level of sex?
Um, so yes, and so the thing, I'm a person and I do have sex, whatever the case may be. So in those moments, it's like when you're trying to hook up with somebody, we ain't got no choice. Like we here, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm trying to get this work, whatever. So in those moments, yes. But typically, if I'm interested in you and like I really like you, the moment that
Hmm.
you bring up sex, I'm
Is a
turned off.
dub for you?
And it, like maybe I will continue to talk to you, but like you will definitely see me like curbing those conversations because what you trying to fuck on me for? Like
I
I'm
mean,
trying to give you my heart, you trying to give me some whatever, and I'm just like no, talk to let's talk, like really talk about our
talk to
feelings. I
me. I
don't
want to talk to you
like when
about
I
how you
really like
feel.
somebody, the moment that you be like, oh, you fine, you sexy, I'm hard, I'm this and that. I'm like, all right, okay. Well, you know what? All of a sudden, my phone died, and I see
Now
you
my
later.
phone died. Oh, damn. Boop. You know what? And it's interesting you say that because here's the sad part about this. If all you end up talking to me about is sex, I get to that point. Now the conversations are not as often. That I'm out of responses because I can only say, oh, okay, so many times. Especially because here's the thing. Majority, and I am extremely comfortable with saying majority of guys that I have encountered, I'm not gonna say all, but that I have encountered are very, very basic when it comes to sex. Not only are they basic when it comes to sex, they're basic in how they talk about sex. You're talking to a person who is on multiple levels very much a sapiosexual. So if you can't stimulate me mentally, baby, it just the rest don't matter. Especially if you call yourself trying to be in a relationship with me. If you just want to fuck, just say that. And then I may be on the same boat and we could knock that part out of the park and go about our business. You know what I'm saying? And
It's simple to understand. That's
right.
why I talk to them about it because for them, for straight men, it is simple to understand because straight men think like teenage boys at all times, which is all they're thinking about. It's sex. You just if I tell you I'm gonna give you some head right now, immediately, I got your full attention. You will listen to whatever I say. Like it's simple math. That's why I do it. That's the only reason why I do it. I always tell them if I just start talking to you about sex off the bat, I low key don't respect you. I'm just trying to fuck, and then I'm gonna move on about my business because I don't value anything you say. I just want to know what you got. I just want to see something.
I just want to see something. I'm just trying to see a little something, something.
I just
And I
want to see
mean,
something.
and well, here's the thing. And for me, it's not even necessarily that I don't respect them or value them.
That feels so bad, but y'all know what I
No,
mean.
yeah, no. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily even that. It's just It's a comfortable, it's easy, it's comfortable. And at the end of the day, I know I ain't gotta do shit I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know I could dead this real quick if I wanted to. That's the other thing about it, you know. And I could dead something that I have not gotten attached to real easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I be like, if especially if you don't make the effort to move past just talking about sex with me, I can 100% guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to die in what I'm going to call the sex conversation grave. That's where you're going to end up. You know what I mean? If everything centers back to sex, if everything is about sex, you don't really give me anything else, then, and I give them opportunities. Like one of my favorite things to do with people when I first get to know them is be like, I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me 5 questions. And out of these 5 questions, I have no choice but to answer. I'm going to answer honestly. I'm not going to be like, I don't want to talk about that. I promise you, with these 5 questions, I will answer every last one of them. What questions they ask me typically tells me a lot about what they view. You see what I'm saying? Some people, I would say probably most. I would say most. So if we're going to break it down to percentages, right? I would give you probably about 70% of men are going to have anywhere from 2 to 3 questions that center around sex in those 5. Another, what I say, 70. So another, let's say 25% are at least going to have one. You got a small 5% that will not have any of those 5 questions be about sex. And it's like, okay, like you honestly want to get to know me on some level. Like you not trying to do the fake off. And that's the shit that pissed me off. Don't pretend you want to get to know me just so you can fuck.
Don't want to dime me. Just say you want to fuck.
Be a grown ass motherfucking man about this shit. Cause
It'd
guess
be so
what?
simple.
I'm big grown around these boys. I ain't got not name problem saying, hey, all that shit cute. I ain't here for that. I'm terrible. I am. I have told somebody that before. Like, so we
I'm
gonna do
ruthless.
this
Like
away.
it's ruthless out here. And the funny thing about it is like I've tried to just like have genuine conversations, and it seemed like you go in one ear and out the other because, in a sense, you don't really care. So the second I try to be a little open with you outside of sex, and it's not received, and I can tell it's not received. Oh, from now on, you a trick then. So I'm gonna just say what I need to say, the key words to get your attention. Let's do this, and you go on about your way, sir. Thank you for your services. Because at the end of the day, sometimes they need to know that we just want to fuck too.
True.
But when I talk about my emotions, it's like I don't like feeling like my emotions and what I'm saying is not feeling validated because I am sensitive. I'm a sensitive G out here though. I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I will fuck you up, but I'm sensitive. When my feelings get hurt, my feelings get hurt, and I don't like when my feelings get hurt. So it's like if I'm expressing my feelings, it's because I trust you. There's more trust in me expressing my feelings to you than it is about me talking about sex. Sex is my surface level.
Mm-hmm.
As far as in that regard, if you show interest, then sex is the surface level. Because at some point you would want to know why I like my sex this way. Something has to make you wonder, why do you like having sex this way? Why do you talk about it like this? Like in some senses, that's what ends up being like the first question usually always after that is like, you did you hang around a lot of did you hang around a lot of boys? It's like, yeah. So I got this many brothers. Then it can grow into another conversation. But when you keep it at sex, then that's where I'm gonna keep you. Like how she said it. It's called the mortuary. I put you there, and then we're
Because
done. Like
right. And then on top of it, it'd be dead conversation. They did, baby. Oh shit! When
you
we
say the
ain't
same
online,
shit.
oh, might as well. We ain't online. I might have to just show you some of my DMs because it just be like,
And I
what?
can only imagine how the men come at you because men in general are just like have no tact with how they try to run game on people. And it's like I can only imagine what you go through. And I know women that be trying to go after gay men because they think they're gonna change them. I can only
Oh
imagine,
my
babe. Oh,
God,
baby.
dog. That shit.
Listen,
It's really when women really be trying to get at me. That's the wildest shit to me.
I
And
don't
like,
understand that.
like initially, that's the reason why I was like, I'm not gonna accept women on it because I'm like, I'm not,
Mm,
no, because I was like, what y'all looking for? Like, this ain't
I'm
for
nosy.
you.
I ain't gonna hold you. I
But
told you
then
straight up. I was like, I'm nosy.
yeah, a lot of my homegirls were just like, shit, I just wanted to see it. Like, I just wanted to support, and I was just like, okay. And then I started accepting, and I was like, all right, cool. But
Right.
yeah, when women try to talk to me though, it just be like, hey, but you okay? Like, is there some self-esteem issues going on, or what?
I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never
get it.
understood. I've never understood anyone trying to turn someone, whether it's turning someone straight or turning someone gay. I never understood that because, baby, if they wanted that, that's what they would go after. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? If they wanted both, then they would be bi. Like, I don't know why y'all make the as if being with one gender makes you not want. I mean, well, for some people it has. I ain't gonna hold you. I know some people that swear that because of what they went through with a man or a woman or whatever the case may be is why they don't want said gender anymore. But I mean, ultimately, a lot of times I believe you just you ultimately started to accept who you really were, is what it was a lot of times. But so okay, so since you find it easier to talk about your emotions, let me ask you this. Because I saw a video earlier where Trevor Noah was talking about men and intimacy. And I definitely, I 100% agree with him that
I
I
gotta see
do
the video.
believe. So basically, in the video, he was just talking about the fact that it's not necessarily is that sex is what men are missing. It's more so intimacy. And of course, you know, we have intimacy without sex. There's a level of intimacy that we as girlfriends share, as you know, in our little circle. When you think about the fact that we can go there, we can find comfort, we can talk about our emotions, we can decompress and all that kind of stuff, and it doesn't have any um like extra stuff that has to come with it. Whereas a lot of men tend to shy away from intimacy, especially in men, like amongst their male friends, because of how it may be perceived, how it is perceived within the friendship, how it's perceived in society. And even as sad as it is, how some women perceive men wanting intimacy, which sucks ass. Which that's one of the things because I have a lot of guy friends and it is straight platonic. But I do my best to make sure that my male friends understand that hey, you can come to me, you can talk about whatever you need to talk about. I promise you, it's gonna stay between us. If you cry, you cry. It don't make you less of a man. If you just need to chill and just to sit with somebody, we ain't gotta talk about shit. We can just sit here, vibe, chill, whatever, whatever, whatever. Then cool, cool. Just let me know. I got you. So do you find it easier to be able to have intimacy because you lead with more so your emotions than you do on the sexual side?
I think that that's where the disconnect is for me, is because I crave, like, I'm an emotional ass person. Like, that's just what it is. I operate out of emotion.
Mhm.
So that is my communication with everything, and that is my understanding through everything. It's going to be something emotionally related. But with that, I crave intimacy, and while being while being an emotional person that craves intimacy, I know that like we can have intimate moments without it being sexual. But that is a concept that I don't think a lot of people understand and know the difference between being intimate non-sexually. So that is where that's where it gets tricky. And sometimes, like I know in the past, I've done a lot of growing. Like in the past, I would absolutely settle for something like a sexual conversation because it's some form of intimacy.
Mm,
Mhm.
I don't wanna fuck you. I don't want nudes from you. I don't want to link with you. I don't want that. I just want intimacy, and this is the easiest way for me to get it. So I'm going to meet up with you and cuddle with you, even though I'm like, why the fuck did I even come over here? And it's just that feeling of craving intimacy, but fully understanding the difference between, oh, you just want to have sex with me versus we're being intimate with each other. Uh, Now I just move different, and that's the reason why I don't allow myself, like, if I'm feeling you and you get to talking about sex, I will trick myself into thinking that this is the intimacy that I want
Mm-hmm.
because I want intimacy and I like you, and I lie to myself. I'm a delusional motherfucker. Suppose I will. So I know for myself now that, like, I'm not out here fucking around. I'm not here just fucking any and everybody, and I that's on purpose.
Right.
And so when a conversation turns that way, I know that, like, this ain't what I want.
Right.
And like if we fuck with each other and we decide that we want that this is what we want to do, then we can incorporate those conversations. But while I know that I am looking for love and companionship and non-sexual intimacy, I'm not gonna set myself up for failure.
And just so everybody's clear, that the definition of intimacy is close familiarity or friendship. Closeness is the basic definition of intimacy. So as it goes down, it does get into, sexual intercourse, an intimate act. Not that it's the only intimate act. It says and, which means there are more. So it's not just sexually. And I think a lot of people, I feel like in society, we'll take a word and we act like it can't have multiple meanings and it can't be associated or applied um, to other areas. For example, you can have a level of intimacy with your family members. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be 100% honest, I do come from a family that is very close knit, that hugs, all that kind of
Yeah, it
stuff.
was very affectionate.
Thank you. There we go. That were affectionate. Because, baby, let me tell you something. At 37 years old, I still take my big grown ass home to my parents' house and lay clean across my dad or clean across my mama. Goddamn right. Because is it there's a level of comfort there. I get to just kind of who's girl, I don't have to be an adult in that goddamn moment. That should
Right.
be fucking nice. You hear me?
It feels nice to just kind of be like, all right, you kind of like settle in for a second,
Right.
and it feels nice. Like I get like, and I think just like when people assume your love language is physical touch is just me. Like, granted, I like having sex. Don't get me wrong. I love doing it. It's a great act, favorite activity. But I like forehead kisses. I like holding hands. I
Mm,
like, just a rub on your back for like 2 seconds. With that, like any type of contact to me helps build intimacy
right.
because it's the constant contact, but not constant like every second of every day type of thing. But it's enough during the day.
I'm about to say
Like,
I ain't gonna hold you. Physical touch is one of my top love languages, and I can be OD. And I will warn anybody who calls themselves want to be in a relationship with me. And when I say I can be OD, it means you could be sitting on that end of the couch playing your video game, and I could be sitting on this end of the couch. I am telling you right now, my foot would be stretched all the way out, so I can at least have my pinky toe on you. I'm that. Like if we are in the same space, I can almost 100% guarantee you I am going to probably be touching you in some way or another. But for
oh yeah,
me,
no, for sure. But
that
I just
that is definitely a level of intimacy. And I think one another level of intimacy that I think we don't take into account nowadays, but is extremely prevalent now because of the pandemic, because of social media, is you build these bonds and these relationships with people who do not live near you, and you'll find yourself sitting on the phone with them in complete silence, ain't talking about shit, ain't doing shit. They doing their thing, you doing your thing, but y'all have that quality time with each other. I feel like that's a level of intimacy, whether it's in a relationship, you building a relationship with that person, or it's a friendship. I feel like that's has been a very strong, intimate, or a strong way to act out intimacy, especially after, going through a year, 2 years, 2, 3 years. Shit, how long has this goddamn pandemic been?
Three
This
years.
this at
3 years.
this point, is it really the pandemic anymore, or is this just what it is? But
I
either,
think it's just
three
what it is
It's
years.
now.
everything.
Okay.
Listen, 3 years of, not being outside the way we were.
Because a simple hug will change your life for a
Listen.
day if you get a hug.
And let me
Like
tell y'all
I
something. Now, don't run up. Now, if you meet Day in person, don't run up on her. Now, don't do that. But I will tell you, if you are blessed enough to ever get a hug from Day, she is soft and squishy, and she will make you feel absolutely amazing. I was like, I'm soft and squishy
I can
too.
attest to that. I can
Listen,
attest to that, baby. I was like,
I
oh, okay, this is my fucking friend right here.
know, right? And like, I
it's
listen. I know
like I
I'm
want you to
soft as
feel the love.
I'm soft
But
and
if I
squishy
hug you,
too.
that means I love you because I don't like people.
Baby, let me tell you
So
something, because
I
please don't
want
run
you
up
to
on
feel
me.
the love.
I will stiff arm you in your forehead. Don't run up
I'm
on
about to
me.
say, do not run up on me though, because I wasn't raised in the right neighborhood.
Listen, I
I
was
was a
raised in
boy.
a very affectionate home, and you still better not run your ass up on me, because the
No, I'm talking
way,
about the neighborhood I grew up in. You run up on me, you bound to get shanked. I don't do that.
listen,
You gotta
I will
announce yourself.
I will two-piece you real quick. Don't run up on
But
me.
I
I
will
got,
welcome you if I know you're coming.
yeah,
I'll put it that way. If I know you're coming. But
right.
a hug definitely does it. Like I would tell Irene, like I just be wanting a hug. Like when I went to go visit my chiropractor, even after the fact, like because I didn't get a hug when I got out the airport like I wanted to because it was a fucking child outside. It was 5 fucking degrees. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I got a hug later, and it was nice. I was like, okay. I just needed a hug. Well, I needed more than that, but I just needed a hug. And it felt good. Like it's simple things like that. Like I Brittany gives really good hugs too. She's soft too.
I'm soft
I
and
just
squishy.
she's soft this way. She gives really good hugs too. If you hug us together at one time, I guarantee you probably go to sleep.
Probably so, because let's be honest, it's a lot of titties between the two of us. So, there's that. Um, but yeah, so, but those are things that I like. Okay, so yeah, I'm 37, but for those that don't know, I still act like I'm a whole teenager out here in these streets. Sometimes I be doing dumb shit, and I can admit to my dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I had to block somebody recently. I'm like, and I don't be blocking motherfuckers. I just low key just fall on the face of the earth with people. But it's
Good.
tiring. It is tiring playing this I want to get to know you game, especially because I low key feel like motherfuckers dead ass think I'm dumb. And I don't know if it's because it majority of these people, of course, are meeting me from like social media stuff. Well, actually, the person I just recently had to block is somebody I met in person, like when I went out to do a performance somewhere. But even when thinking about like the questions I've had in my DMs, the things that people come in the lives and in my comments and say, whether it's a comment on a video, comment in the live. And it's not that anybody can message me. Now keep that in mind. Majority of my folks can't message me. So if you get the opportunity for me to follow you back, not saying that it's a privilege in the sense that I'm some super important person, but it's a privilege in the sense of I don't follow everybody back on purpose because I don't need y'all in my motherfucking DMs talking this dumb shit. If you're gonna say something dumb, put it out there in the public so everybody can see it. That way
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to deal with it. I'm gonna let everybody else roast your ass. Um, but
Because you had audacity.
listen, and we had and when I say mighty see you'll come into the live sometimes and you'll just chill for a second and then you'll leave. And then it'd be like you be missing the golden moments when they come in there. And one person came in one time, it was like, somebody let me borrow $40 so I could take her out on a date. What?
What?
It ain't even the fact that you said $40. It's the fact that you asked somebody else to borrow it. That's the problem. Cause here go to
What are
see
you doing here?
your girl ain't too big for, I ain't too important or nothing for 2 for 25 at Chili's. I really ain't. Bitch, I fuck that shit up. Don't play with me. Okay.
It's like, but bro, the shit that they say out their mouth, like,
It'd be so much. It's a level of confusion. And it's just like
what
now
is
some of the shit be funny and I get a kiki hee hee off of it. I'm not
I
gonna lie,
get
I can't
annoyed.
remember who it was, but one person came in one time and they had the corniest pickup lines, but they were so fucking funny. I gave them a follow back. I did. I can't remember who it was. I ended up giving them a follow back. But typically, y'all gets my
Because you
ass.
know they hop in your inbox so quick, and it's like, you know what? No.
I got a question. So somebody in my inbox recently asked me this question, and I'm not gonna lie, I let them assume that I knew what the fuck they meant by it because I was in utter confusion. But they was like, "Oh, I bet you a coach." But I don't. Yeah, but I'm gonna pull it up. This is terrible. I'm pretty sure they don't even. And that's the other thing. How you call yourself liking me, but you don't even support my shit? You ain't bought no book. I guarantee you ain't been listening to my radio show. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby. Okay, now TikTok gonna start acting weird. There we go. All right.
I know that's right, baby.
Because listen, it be
There you
the
go.
most weird. One person told me either was the night.
Uh,
Yeah, I have no idea what that is or why it does that. Okay, we just gonna keep on talking. It's fine. The night before or after, no, the night of Valentine's Day or the next day or something like that, right? The person, somebody was in my DM talking about something. Oh, I wish you was my Valentine's. I said, well, you could have asked and then planned a virtual date. Bitch, I know you fucking lying. We just gonna leave it off for a second. I was like if
you
you
turning
want
her to a music video.
that part, like if you wanted me to be your Valentine's, then why you didn't take the initiative to make it happen?
You
Because
could have
they don't.
asked.
Yo, when I say after that, after I made that video about me saying Fat Ma singing to the high heavens, because I finally got some. So many dudes like, nah, I wanted to say something, but why didn't you then? The fuck? The fuck you mean? What?
Like, what the fuck are
Get out
you,
my
11?
get out my face. Like,
Like
no, because you could
that
have said
part.
something then. And I realized it might have been too much pressure because, it had been a while since I got some. But I mean, if you think you that decent, then shoot your shot, my nigga. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't read minds.
That motherfucking part. So found the message. They spoke or whatever, and the one thing that caught me off guard about is this is a person I've been mutuals with for like a few months, and they ain't saying shit. So my thing is typically if they don't say nothing within like the first couple of weeks or nothing, I'm like, okay, cool, we cool here. I don't have to go, block you later or nothing like that, right? So spoke whatever. It was like you look like a good coach with a winky face emoji. And I was like, good morning, LOL. Meaning? They said, morning, love. I think you know. I said, LOL, humor me and explain, please. Like coaching while you watch. I just said, LOL, oh, okay. And then it was like, you get it now, LOL, am I right? I said, LOL, maybe. It
Oh
just,
my
I
God.
just left it at that because I was like, are you asking that I'm
What?
going to talk you through how to eat my pussy? Like, what the fuck is you asking me?
Or like talk him through a nut. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you just say what you want?
And I get that.
Exactly, Midas. Exactly. Like,
I
why?
got a fucking attitude. I got a fucking attitude. Because what?
This is what I mean.
Exactly.
Cause here go to see. I get that if even in the TikTok in the messages in the DMs of TikTok, that they will censor what you say, but you can still work around it. So if I'm looking at you like, what?
Right. Like, what are
Babe, I'm
you
gonna let you
talking
stay out
about,
there on that
bro?
limb by yourself,
To
and guess
speak
what happened?
English.
And guess what didn't happen? Not a goddamn thing with that conversation. And you wanna know what's sad? He's actually really, really cute. And I was like,
It's always like that. It's always the ones that's at least halfway decent. Or like, you know what? You got potential.
like,
Always.
nigga, I would have shot my shot at you if I was actually shooting my shot at motherfuckers.
Man,
And
because I ain't
and
shooting
now
no
you
shot.
and there go the T. You open your fucking mouth, and it's like, you know what? Never mind. I'm a renege on that shit. I pull that back.
Listen,
Let me
let me
pull
tell you
that
how the
shot back.
universe humble you real quick. Because after I got some, I was like, I'm about to just be a menace. I'm about to just be out here fucking up people's lives because I'm bored. Let's get it. Foot to the ground. Let's go. I'm about to just do it. I'm about to just be a menace. That's it. The second I said that, I saw the video about super gonorrhea. I'm like, you know what? Never mind. It's okay. I'm good. Because
Baby.
I like my throat. And I'd like for my future husband to be able to enjoy my throat. And super gonorrhea in your throat fucks up a lot of shit. So it's super gonorrhea at that. So it's magnified. I'm good. Never mind. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a menace. Because see, niggas don't know how to go to the doctors and get checkups and shit. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. It make you go, never mind, real quick. I'm good.
Cause
It's
baby,
fine.
I'm not in the
'Cause,
streets. I'm barely on the fucking porch. You hear me? And
I was
so
trying to be for the streets, but God said no. God said, sit your ass down, man.
not the way some
Super
of these
gonorrhea is
motherfuckers be
out
running
here.
around here. I'm like, I'm okay. Thank you.
I'm good. I got one solid one.
Super. It's called like that's some crazy shit. What the fuck? Super
Super
gonorrhea.
gonorrhea.
So
Super
gonorrhea
gonorrhea.
then went super saiyan,
Pretty
Mm-hmm.
and
much.
now
Mm-hmm.
this motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
then took a different form.
Exactly.
Yes,
Because you want to
Super
know why?
gonorrhea.
exactly.
Because motherfuckers don't take care of themselves to do what the fuck they're supposed to do.
Mm-mm.
That's what
So
I'm
that
saying. Niggas
thing
don't
had
go
to
to the doctor.
mutate. It
Mm.
mutated. And now
It
they said, bitch, we can't even call it nothing else. We just gonna call this bitch super.
super gonorrhea.
Is
Right.
that the one that they said is not curable?
Mm-hmm. Like you can't just get a shot and that's gonna be it. It's a process.
Oh, okay.
It's a
It's
process because
it's
it's
the close of
magna.
the road for me. Like, nah,
I
bitch.
mean, it's
It's
still like
definitely it can lie dormant in you. Like it's going to lie dormant in you. It's not gonna be yeah, it's not gonna be fun to get at all. And if you get it in your throat, it fucks up your shit. And
Let me tell you how my fat ass can't have my throat inaccessible.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not
And
even
I'm
for the
like,
fact of the way I want to swallow my husband whole.
no, just in
Just for the fact,
general, I
bitch,
should
I
be
like to
able to
eat.
enjoy. I want to be able to enjoy my food as it goes down my throat because I'm enjoying this. Like I don't want to take that away from me. So I'm going to chill. I'm not going to be a menace no more. I'm not because I want to live. You know. So we good on that.
Baby,
You
I wasn't
know.
trying to be a menace anyway. Y'all make my ass itch too much. I can't
I
because
just wanted to be a
I
menace
get
because I was
questions like, "Are
bored.
you a coach?"
No, see, that's just the people that don't make it through the combine. See, those are the people that would have never made it to the combine because you can't even
We
get
still need to
past.
do that goddamn combine. That shit. Listen.
I'm
So
scared to because niggas in inboxes asking, "Are you a
they
coach?"
ain't first off, they not shooting they shots at us.
No, but they gonna try, and I don't want that caliber of nigga to try to come at any women that I know. Like I feel like that's offensive. I can't have
Listen,
you
are
coming
you
at
a
my
coach?
girls asking them are they a coach.
I swear to God, one of my homeboys was in somebody motherfucking inbox like that. I would talk so bad to that nigga to the point where that nigga will apologize to every woman that he has ever tried to talk to. That's how
Midas,
bad I'm gonna talk to you because I would be like, ain't no way in the fucking world you slid in this girl inbox and said that shit.
listen, you
Like
would
it would.
be surprised.
They do
I
That's
that.
this what we gonna do, Midas. We gonna pick a night. Matter of fact, we can go live tonight after this if you want to. I guarantee you, if you stay the whole live, you gonna see some crazy shit run through there, and they gonna say some stuff.
Even if you can't say the whole live, give it like 20 minutes.
Because they gonna come in there. It's one person that come in there and say, "Hey, my baby mama, I know who that is. We have a report that's Farlow, and the baby like to shower gifts. So you know, it is what it is.
It is what it
is. But somebody
That's,
came in. That's my future wife. Who?
That's why my camera be off most of the time. Because I'm like, I know these niggas ain't talking to me.
And my dumb ass literally looks around like, who?
And they be like, you. And then the ones that be trying to talk to me, I be like, don't come this way with that bullshit. When I be live and she in my box and they come in, I was like, don't come in here with that bullshit. Not in my house. You do that shit when she live and she the host. Don't come in here with this shit. I'm gonna block your dumbass. I don't do that. We don't do that over here. Take your dumbasses somewhere else. I have no problem blocking niggas. I be like, yo, I will block you in a heartbeat. I don't play that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
She showed her. She be like, I be like, hey, I don't know what y'all want me to tell you. I can't. This her house. We in her house. I can't do nothing about that. And then you know.
And so it's some corny
I'm
niggas
mean.
on there too.
But here's the funny thing.
It's one nigga. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say there's sometimes where corny is good because it's kind of like, oh, that's cute. But then there's some corny that's just like, baby, just be quiet. Don't say nothing.
What nigga is it, Mike? Who?
I don't even want because it'll be just my luck. He would decide that he wanna watch this episode and then
well,
start talking that shit.
So look,
and I'm gonna have
tell
to
the
hurt
story and
somebody's
we'll talk
feelings.
about who it is after.
Okay, but no, he was. Damn, he gonna know I'm talking about him or whatever. Because after I say this, but I don't give a fuck. Baby, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. He ain't gonna beat my ass.
It ain't.
But
it won't.
He was in my homegirl inbox on her phone or some shit talking about. I don't care if you got a boyfriend. I don't care if you got a girlfriend. I don't even care what's going on in your life. I just want to be your favorite. And that shit right there, when I tell you I was done with mankind for the rest of eternity, because that shit right there,
How you want to be my favorite, but you don't care about what's going on in my life? Like, make it make sense.
Like,
we will see. Oh.
It's the fact that this nigga said that, like, I don't like you are okay with lowering yourself to being somebody like being you ain't even a side nigga. What are you? Like I just want to be you want to be my favorite way.
Right. And he go to see if you want to be my favorite would know what's going on in my life.
That's what I'm saying. How does 2 + 2 = C? How? How do you not care about nothing going on with me, but you want to be my favorite? You want to be my favorite pain in the ass? Like, I'm not understanding. So that's what you're moving towards?
A fucking corn ball. Like, I do not like niggas like that. When I see straight niggas like that, I just be like, nah, come on, G.
And see, that's the corny. That's the corny way. You need to go have a seat. Have several, matter of fact.
Them the niggas that be like, man, I don't got a problem with gay dudes just as long as they ain't trying to talk to me. And those the niggas right. Those be them corny, cheesy ass niggas.
Right? Because what makes you think that any gay man would want you?
I'm like, nigga, don't. They be like, man, gay niggas be trying to hit on straight niggas. I'm like, you talking about somebody else because nobody's talking to you. And the only gay niggas that try to talk to you are the niggas that got the lowest self-esteem to the point where they like straight men, and like that's they weird shit that they got going on. But that's not a flex. Right, they'll fuck the neighborhood crackhead because he's a straight man, and like, oh, okay, at least I can get some dick. Like, that's not a flex, my G. But like, no self-respecting gay man is looking at your corny ass like, oh yeah, I want him. I'm about to try to turn him out. Like,
baby boy,
quit fucking playing with me. Quit playing with me, my G, because this ain't that.
It be that shit. And here go the other tea. Somebody was in my live one night. I think J Ham was in the box. Nay was in the box. But we was just shooting the shit, talking, whatever. Somebody who every now and then will show up in my life, was calling themselves flirting in that moment.
He said he
And
was a retired NFL player.
yeah,
If this is who I think you're talking about.
that's exactly what I'm talking
Oh,
about. But he would never
oh,
tell us what his real name was so we could confirm that he was a retired NFL player. And I was just like, because at the end of the day, baby, I personally don't give a
who
fuck.
won rings conveniently won a ring or two
I mean, well, shit,
conveniently.
everybody on the team get a ring, even the fucking water boy get a ring. So the fuck? He go to I ain't that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who caught themselves trying to flex some money or some shit like that, baby, you
But
barking up the
never
wrong
gave
tree
a ring.
already. But
Mhm.
no, so Jay Ham was talking about he was telling the story about how when he got a compliment from a gay dude, and he said he felt really, really good about himself that day because he's like, listen, if a gay man give you a compliment, then you know you did something right that day. And I was like, you got a motherfucking point.
Yeah,
Because
point.
next to a black woman, them motherfuckers
That's the
be
best
listen.
compliment.
Like it's like it be right there. Like if a black woman or a gay man give me a compliment, bitch, I am on cloud 10 for the rest of the day.
That means
Period.
I did my job that day.
Exactly. I know I am walking in my shit at that moment. And so he was just talking about that. And I think we ended up talking about like drag shows and all that other kind of stuff. Ham is sweetheart of a person. Absolutely love him. Well, in us talking about this stuff, I can't remember exactly what dude said, but whatever it was very much like, hold on, my boy. You in the wrong arena for having this for that statement that you just made. Nah, I'm just saying, da da da. No, 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 no. Because first off, if you call yourself liking me and you got an issue with the alphabet mafia, then baby, you ain't liking me. You don't like me. You don't like me at all because I may not be a member of the alphabet mafia, but bitch, I am a fucking ally. They my people.
Yeah, because he was sitting there saying like how the council talking about us, we don't matter. I said, well, part of the
Yeah,
council is part of the alphabet mafia, my nigga. So you might want to watch your mouth.
that motherfucking part. Because apparently I have a council of people who have to make a decision on people in my life.
Hmm.
It's a
It's a
situation.
shared
Although
council.
it
It's
is
a
a shared
shared
council, but
council.
there's some biasness on this council. Let's be 100% honest. Um, we'll talk about that off here. But
But
yeah,
anywho,
so it's like I be so confused, and I be like, bruh, I guarantee you, it ain't a gay person on this earth that is 2 seconds worth of concern about your ass. They out here living their best life the same way we live in our best life. What they suck or eat don't make you come. So why does it fucking matter?
that part. Just like with parents. I don't understand what you're getting so upset about what your child who's an adult at that time. Even if they're not an adult, they're in like their late teens and they've kind of made up their mind like, yeah, I know that I don't want to be like if a girl just decides, no, I really think I'm lesbian. Like I've tried it, it doesn't do me. I'm lesbian. And the parents get mad. It's like, but are why does it matter who they're fucking?
I think that has more to do with the fact that majority of parents have an idea of what their child's life is going to be like, and they have a
Mhm.
hard time letting that go. I think that's what that has a lot more to do with. And it sucks because you impose your point of view on your kids when
But
one, as your kids are coming up, the world is different than when you was a kid. Um, you know what I'm
I
saying?
can I can see that notion if it came down to if they ended up in a different career path or if they
Well, no, think about it this way. A lot of times when a child comes out to a parent and tells them that they're gay, um, the one of the first things that a lot of parents say is, but I had this vision of you being married with kids and da 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 da. And it's like, baby, they can still be married with kids.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I would be like, why do y'all get so offended like it's the end all be all when it's really not? It's
And
just
yeah, and a lot of
in that sense. In that sense. Because I mean at the end of the day, granted, I can understand that. So that was the number one thing I had to do as far as when Jordan got diagnosed. I had to grieve the life that you know, saw ahead with him, like the stuff that we would do, stuff like that, because I know certain stuff he can't do. So it's like I think because I did that process so early, now it's just like anything else from this, I can accept it because it's like it's your life. I'm just here to support you in your life because I brought you here.
Right.
That's literally all I'm doing is to make sure you can function outside of this world
Right.
as a normal person. So if you functioning outside of this world as a normal person for your normal self means that you would rather spend your life being involved with a man instead of a woman. Okay, just make sure this nigga don't beat your ass if he does. No, we come with guns blazing. That's all.
Baby,
Listen,
because let me tell you something. Somebody heard my Jordy Pop.
we
let
going to war.
let the
It's
record
like
show. If somebody hurts my Jordy Pop, it's it's going down.
if you need some
Period.
pointers on what to do to take care of business, if you want to be the giver, baby, I got you. Just ask me questions. I'll tell you what to do. Because you're still my child at
Uh,
the end of the day. I
that
can
that
have that
might.
conversation with my child.
I'm not
Look,
saying that you can't. I'm not doubting that
I
part
could
at
do
all.
that. I could do that. But I'm just saying, like, that's the comfort level that my child. So I'm like, I never saw that. Just like the first question everybody asked me was like, but not question, but the first thing everybody said when I realized I was bi was like, but you're so smart. So because I like women also makes me dumb. Like I don't understand the concept.
It's crazy the biases that people have. I don't even know if biases is the right word that I want to use right now. But you know what I'm saying? The preconceived notions that people have about certain decisions in life. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
It's not gonna get in the way of nothing. Nobody needs to know what's going on in my bedroom. I probably shouldn't have even have told y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how
Because
it gets out. Like you really shouldn't have to come out of anything
bitch, you
because
should
it ain't
just
nobody
be.
business.
The hopefully one day in the world you can just be. There will no
Yes.
won't be any coming out. Like, bitch, I didn't have to come out and say I like dick. Like, I'm like, like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this good young thing up. I hope y'all have enjoyed the conversation. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves, let them know where they can find y'all, what y'all got going on, and all that good young stuff.
All right, everybody. I am King Midas. You can find me on TikTok at King Midas 95, and you spell that K, the number one, Midas 95. I am bringing back my series, Come Outside. I just want to talk. Um, I'm really excited to bring that back. I'm taking my content a lot more serious, and I really want to come on with that come on, and I really want to show people that I do this shit for real, for real. I ain't just
Cause he
talking on
does.
camera. I do this.
Cause he
like,
does.
Period. He
Period.
yeah,
does.
I'm
Period.
excited to bring it back.
Yes. Looking forward to it. If y'all don't
Yeah.
know what that is, baby, when I tell y'all, just gonna go to this page, and anytime you see that goddamn pink gray and that pink up, I'll be like, oh shit. It's
When you see the finger, it's always it for me.
that pink,
See
yeah.
anything.
Baby,
That's
and
my
Somebody
favorite thing.
I got a new pink cup too. Oh yeah,
Oh,
oh shit
oh
now.
shit, it's gonna get real.
It's about to go down. All right, Nate, tell them where they can find you, baby.
Nate Boogie with the hoodie on TikTok, and Irene's a music video again. Yep, Nate Boogie with the hoodie with on TikTok, and it's Nate Boogie 88 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I'm about to take my content into them day in the life things type of thing
Okay.
situation. Maybe get into some reviews of some lashes and stuff. And y'all about to see me transform into a girl going into my 35th year. I'm late, mind your business.
Not I'm late,
Judge your
my
mama.
bit. I can't deal with her. Well,
Judge your mama. I'm trying.
as
I was
always,
halted.
as always, it's your girl Irina Passion Queen. Y'all can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter as such. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit up the queendomme.com, TheQueenDomme.com. Get your copy of Vacation, a erotic novel about a couple that goes to Jamaica to celebrate their wedding anniversary. Pre-order your copy of The Purple Dungeon. It is a collection of erotic short stories and poems that I have written. Vacation 2 is in the process. It's in my brain coming out on paper. And the Purple Dungeon is in edits, so hopefully I'll be able to have the books mailed out here in the next few weeks. That's my hopes, my fingers. Jesus, be offense. It is a very interesting process writing books and putting them out. But yeah, so make sure y'all follow all of us, catch us on live sometime with each other, because baby, when I tell you, it be a time. We be having a time. Um, but yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.